biceps.
I wanna ride on a John Deere tractor, I wanna work out in the field. These hands are full of dust, and I guess that's all my world. Mighty fine fields, beautiful yields, mighty fine, mighty fine. Mighty fine fields, beautiful yields, I hope they get me high. The farmer, the farmer.
Well, burn down chemicals are here, which means rearranging on the old water trailer. We're gonna set these micronutrients for the weight off. Oh, Robert! Easy, damn it.
Ain't got no brake.
Well, put it in reverse before you get to it. Give them all these great tools to work with, and him running into the trailer, that's probably gonna be the opening. He gonna hit the sprayer next. We need to make sure the spout is pointed toward the mixing cone. If you'll go up on there just like you're headed, it'll be perfect. Tip it back.
So, well, it ain't gonna work like I thought it was. Forward. 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 Oh, right there.
Well, we are back out in the wheat field here. It's been 10 days since we've been in this wheat. Alrighty. So let me go over the documentation. Tank mix. We are not applying. Alright, we're just spraying max in boron, max in copper. 2 ounces of pre-Exor. And 2 ounces of topaz, which is also a fungicide. And and 1.28 ounces of grizzly. If it just all looked like this, we would have something, guys. But if I don't tromp it down, Dang auto steer didn't kick on. Why are you not running down the road? While we're out here during the day, we pulled some tissue samples on our weight, and they come back, and we had a few micronutrients. We're short on a few micronutrients. All our majors was, you know, pretty close to where they needed to be. But the biggest thing we were short on was boron. Every field that we sampled came back short on boron. So we're out here making a boron application. In this tank mix, we also have some copper. Copper is important for stalk strength. You know, last year we had some weight lodge on us pretty bad. Well, our thinking was that, you know, it might have been short on copper last year and allowed that weight to get down. So besides, you know, that might be something we look at in the future. Instead of putting a palisade application out, maybe we need to make a copper application. I know what we'll probably do. We'll probably do both of them. But this old weed has had a hard way to go. It was looking pretty decent, you know, when I brought y'all along with me for the palisade application. But right after that, things have turned south. We went 10 cold, miserable, wet days on this weight. It didn't do any favors. I didn't bring y'all along for it, but 10 days ago we made our third application of nitrogen on our wheat. The first application we put out 1st of February. Second application was 30 days later. And the third application was 14 days later. If I had it to do over with again, I would have pulled my tissue samples right before we got ready to make our palisade application. And that way we wouldn't have had to make an extra trip over the field. Tissue sampling is something we used to use quite a bit about 5 or 6 years ago, when we kind of got away from it. We was kind of developing some trend lines on what was showing up in the tissue samples. So we kind of started addressing some of these issues. And when you change one thing in the plant and in the soil, everything's in a balance. So it changes other things. So now that we kind of got some of those bigger things addressed, we're addressing some of these smaller things in the wheat. We had one field that was short on zinc, so we applied zinc, boron, copper. We've got some farms that was only short on boron. Everything is getting a prescription tailor-made to that field. This field right here actually didn't call for copper, but we had about 25 acres of copper left over. So. But here's the weight. You see that brown over there, we burn our nitrogen. We burnt our wheat with our nitrogen a little bit. But this field right here is gonna have several check strips of with it on the boron and the copper. Kind of see if this application is paying off or if we're just more or less wasting time and money and fuel. Well, as soon as we get this run out, we're fixing to go spray some Burndown. How's it feel to be doing something besides spraying wheat, Robert?
Nice.
How's it feel to do something besides move dirt, Robert?
Nice.
How's it feel to do something besides shop work, Robert?
Nice.
Look at them biceps. Makes spraying a lot more enjoyable. You ought to spray this with a Tyler Patriot and a Canyon in the middle. Fun stuff. day. There's a few, I heard rumor there was some guys planting, but look at that, we got water leaking out the side of the heap. That's where Robert got stuck.
You got Ollie had to come save you.
Bumped a button and called the section off. But it's alright, I got it turned back on before we got back in the grass. Well, we've got 300 acres of Burndown out, ran. Didn't get as much as I'd like to out, but that's a good start. Calling for rain tonight. Would have liked to got more out, but we knocked a lot of them patches out today. Most everything we got left should be fairly big fields. But we got about 400 acres of Burndown left to get out. Something we're doing different this year. We're going on and burning down the corn ground and the soybean ground all on the beginning. Used to, in the past, we just burned down our corn ground, wait about 2 to 3 weeks, and then burn down our soybean ground. But this year we're changing it up a little bit. We're gonna go with the early season burn down. Come back after we plant our soybeans with a product called Zidua Pro right behind the planter. I got my wheat finished up running my boron on my wheat. We got some check strips in it. I don't know if Robert mentioned it, so I'll mention it because I'm sure somebody will ask. What we're running is we're running 32 ounces of Roundup Power Max 3, Class Act, which is a water conditioning agent. It's a blend of on the active ingredients it says ammonium sulfate, corn syrup, and there was another ingredient I forgot the name, but it's to condition your water. We got some crop oil in there, and we're running a product that this will be our first year to run it. It's called Reviton. One thing I like about it so far is it's a very low use rate, 2 ounces to the acre. So I really like that versus 8 to 12 ounces with dicamba. We're just trying to get away from using dicamba over and over and over again. We're trying to get away from that. It wouldn't hurt my feelings if we didn't have to spray dicamba anymore at all. So we're trying this new chemical. We'll see how it works out. But that's what we're running. Roundup, Reviton, Class Act, and crop oil. Destiny HC crop oil. We got about as many adjuvants on the trailer this year as we do, do actual chemicals. So that Reviton is a group 14 herbicide, kind of the same in the same herbicide family as like Sharpen. From what I understand, it is a product very similar to Sharpen. So that's what we're running. Calling for rain starting tomorrow, pretty Saturday and Sunday, and then rain all next week. So we'll be working on the old planter. Maybe we'll get our single point on our combine and try to run our draper one day. We need to get these old gators washed up for a project we may be doing with them. We got to finish up the do-all, and hopefully we will be ready for plant 2023. Y'all come along. Plant 23 is inching closer all the time.